Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be playing some more An English Haunting. We're outside 34 Benwell Street, where we know there's some spooky supernatural goings on, potentially, in the basement. But we can't get in, this guy's blocking our way. I mean, he literally is this guy. Let's have a look at the things we can look at for now. The sign warns that this property will be demolished soon, but it does not say when. Can we look at the windows? All windows are boarded up. Probably can't go to the entrance, I would imagine. Let's talk to this shoeshine boy. Maybe we can rob him.
Bloody idiot, ain't he?
Who?
That bloke.
Ah, yes. Not very friendly.
Anyway, what do you want to get in there for?
I am a scientist. I understand there's some unusual activity in this house.
What? That house is haunted, that's all.
You say there are ghosts in the house.
Why do you think it's abandoned? Nobody wants to live there.
How do you know there are ghosts?
We've always known. This house has a tragic history. Well, that and what happened to old Mortimer.
What happened to this Mortimer fellow?
Old Mortimer is a tramp who spends his days picking up cigarette butts off the ground. He sleeps on the streets. Except for one night last winter when he decided to huddle in there to escape the cold. He came out screaming in the middle of the night saying he saw a ghost in the basement. And you know, he went crazy. More than he already was.
Well, what is the story behind this house?
My grandma told me that the first tenant, a bloke named Thomas Highmore, hanged himself in the basement of the house. Since then, folk claim his ghost wanders the halls. My grandma also said that no one who's lived here has lasted more than a month. They've all encountered the ghost.
Why do they want to demolish the house?
I heard something to do about the structure. It's unstable. Like most of the houses on this street, really.
Do you know when they plan to demolish it?
I don't know. But what I do know is they've hired these blokes to prevent looting. Apparently the house still holds valuable items.
Are there people in the house?
Well, a couple more inside. I don't think anyone wants to loot anything anyway. Folks steer clear of this place.
I would like to enter the house. I'm investigating strange phenomena, and from what I've gathered, this house is the perfect place for it.
Are you a ghost hunter?
Well, I'm not too fond of that term, but you could say so.
Oh, that's fascinating. A ghost hunter. Ooh, I've got a plan. Then I would have a good story to tell my mates. How I helped a real ghost hunter get into the haunted house. You know, I can get that bloke to start watching the entrance.
Oh, is that so?
Oh, hang on. Forget it. Because it'd mean having to go back home, and I'm afraid my dad'll give me a hiding.
Why would your father hit you?
He's the shoeshine man, not me. But today he couldn't work, he's got hangover. Whenever he's like that, he sends me to do the job. But I forgot the shoe brush, and that's part of the plan. If I go back home and he finds out, he'll give me a hiding for being irresponsible. I've been unable to work all morning, I've come to this street so my father won't see me if he decides to get out of bed. Not many people come round here. I'm safe. For now.
If you tell me where you live, I can go get that brush for you.
I already told you, if he finds out I forgot it, he'll hit me.
I can convince him not to.
And I won't be the only one getting a hiding.
Without the brush, there's no plan, right?
I'm afraid so.
Let's see. You need a brush to shine the shoes.
Exactly.
Otherwise, you won't be able to carry out your plan.
It's a good plan. Listen, I'll convince that bloke that he needs a shoe shine, and when I get him here, you go in the house. But don't do it through the front door. If you go round the house, there's a little window at ground level that leads to the basement. It's broken. That's where old Mortimer got in that night.
Ah, brilliant plan. You're a little evil genius. I'll see what I can do. Have I got anything that could be construed as... Oh. Hello. What about a border razor?
Oh, that's the closest thing to a brush. Yes, sir. But it won't do, it's dirty. The idea is to shine them bloke's shoes to distract him, not get them dirty.
Ah, okay, so we're going to clean it. How might we clean it? If we could get maybe some water in that glass. That might do. This crystal flask's empty now, isn't it? But again, could be a receptacle for some water. Alright, oh, what's this? I doubt there's anything useful among the debris. Alright then, let's head somewhere else for now. So I've got to clean up that brush. Where might one... I'm tempted to go back home and see if we can get back in our house. I mean, there might be some money in there as well. And I doubt I'll be able... Rudyard. Oh. Hang on. So this bucket, it's a bucket with water, right? So can I fill... Oh, I mean, I was going to fill... Maybe I could just put the brush in the bucket, eh? I assume it's clean now, right? The eraser is clean, with no trace of chalk dust. Ah, what happens? Well, while we're here, what happens if I go in? I'm no longer welcome in my own home. Well, good news is we got that brush anyway. And I'm not going to worry too much about the valuables because, or money for the drink, because it sounds like we might find something in the house potentially. All right, well, let's give the boy the newly cleaned brush. Does this work for you? It's a chalk eraser, but I thought that...
Oh yeah, and it's clean. With this I'll finally be able to work. Listen carefully now. While I'm shining that bloke's shoes, he won't be paying attention to the entrance.
How do you know he won't be paying attention?
Leave that part to me. Go around the house and look for a low window that's broken. If old Mortimer could get him through there, so can you. You ready?
Yes.
Give me room and watch. Oi, you! Yeah, I'm talking to you.
What's your problem, kid?
I think the problem is you. Have you taken a look at your shoes?
My what? Mind your own business, tadpole.
Alright, but don't say I didn't warn you.
Warn me about what?
If the one who hired you were to pass by and see your shoes, he'd think he'd paid for a pigsty caretaker. I don't think you're giving off a very good impression.
You bloody little trickster. How much would you charge to shine my shoes?
Don't worry about the price. Someone like you can afford it. I have the most competitive prices in all of London.
Alright. I'll make it quick, alright? I'll make them sparkle.
When I'm done with them, they'll look like they were just bought at Harrods. And if you want, for the same price, I can sing you a song. I sing very well. I'm part of the church choir.
Do you know Poor Johnny?
I love Poor Johnny. Now lift your foot and place it there. John took me round to see his mother, his mother, his mother.
Well done, boy. Ooh, goodness gracious. The odour of dampness in this basement is quite potent. It's almost unsanitary. Okay, now I do have an oil lamp, but I don't believe I have any oil for it. I'll light it. Okay. Have I got anything to light it with? Do I need matches or something? How do I light... Can I conduct an investigation under these circumstances? Do I have to come back? How long is this shoe shine going to take? I imagine I've got to go and find some matches or something. Oh, alright. I can't think of where I've seen anything like that. Go back to the pub. Anyone got any matches? Do you know the woman Kate was referring to is?
I haven't the slightest idea. I'm not usually here at night.
Alright. Let's talk to people now. Miss Kate?
Miss Kate? Do you hear that, Ruth? Makes you feel like you're walking the streets of Berkeley Square. Get me a drink, Mr. Maud. Do me that favour.
Alright, so I've still got that puzzle going on. I guess we'll look for anyone who might be smoking. There's a candle there. Can you light our lamp for us? No, okay. And am I just being dumb? Because I thought oil lamps you just kind of... No, I don't know. Well, we'll try the other locations. Try the boarding house again. Oh, what's his face? Might have a book of matches or something here. And I didn't find them last time, but it doesn't mean there's nothing here. The only place I've not been is the university. There might be something here, I suppose. Inventing a new musical genre, Mr. Collins?
I would settle for prodding a single musical note, Professor Moore. This is a disaster. The Christmas concert is approaching and I can't even play the flute properly. I don't have the strength to blow. I'm all out of breath.
You're all right, son.
I don't know what's happening to me. Too much exhaustion, I suppose. Exams, thesis, the concert. The more I think about it, the more I feel this tightness in my chest.
Try to relax, Collins. You're far too young to have a heart attack. Mr. Cook?
Yeah?
You entirely certain you don't need any help with the portrait?
Do you want me to help you with marking exams?
Well, there's no need to.
Exactly.
Alright. What about... what's his face in here? Don't suppose he's got a light. Talk to him, I suppose. What kind of proof do you need to show the board? The tangible kind, of course. Nothing so conclusive, but we can... oh, wait, yeah, we've said that already. Blah, blah, blah. Have you got a light? So the manager won't count on you. This is unfair. I'm big and relentless and strong. Strongest in the university. Do you want to see? Test me. Okay, so I think he might be... if we need anything bent, any metal bars bent, I think he'd be the guy to speak to. I don't currently have anything like that. In here? I don't know how I can face this research against the clock. I don't want to be untactful, but that's an endeavour doomed to fail. I mean, to this day, no one's been able to find any conclusive evidence of the existence of the great beyond. Perhaps in the future we could resolve the matter, but not in such short a time. I need to find the professor. I can't do this alone. We were a team.
How about asking for help from the British Society of Paranormal Studies?
No, I doubt they would assist. Neither the professor nor I are welcome there.
Because of that damned article. What about Richet? He always supported you, and he could be a valuable ally in this quest.
Charles? He's not in London at the moment.
No? Damn.
Any ideas that might help my research?
Now that I think about it, Nelson mentioned having found a place worth investigating.
Ah yes, 34 Benwell Street. I'm on it. In that case, I wish you good luck. Thank you for always supporting me. I know of only 2 people who could prove the existence of the great beyond. One of them is Nelson, you are the other. So you shall always have my support in everything you do. Alright. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I feel like I'm missing something. Maybe I should go back. If there's a light switch or something down there you're supposed to grope around for in the dark, it's possible. I don't think I've missed anything. Oh, I'll come back to the pub. That was a mistake. I meant to go to Benwell Street. World's longest shoe shine. Okay, if I go here, does he go to the hatch? I hope so. Yeah, I think so. I can't find anything to light this. Well, light it first then. What does it say? Examine it. Has a bit of fuel. Well, that's good. I don't need the fuel. I just need something to light it with. I need like tinder or something? I might have to pause and, I don't know, just spend a bit of time wandering around locations, because I can't find a way to light this torch. Okay, well, we'll pause here. I'm going to have a little wander around and poke through every location and try and do what I can to try and find it. Okay, so it turns out there's something else we can do here. And it's, I think it's to do with this cask. It contains wine, perhaps a quarter full. Spigot is swollen and damp. My hand slipped when I tried to open it. Yes, we use this glove on that spigot and we should be able to fill a glass with wine. The glove is quite rough. I hope my hand doesn't slip when I open the spigot. Alright, I've managed to loosen the spigot. If I want to access the contents of the cask, I just need to open it gently. Okay, well, let's try it with the glass then. Huzzah! Okay, let's give this to Kate then. And apparently we get another location if we do this. Here you go.
Wine? I was hoping for something stronger.
I'm sorry, it's all I could get.
Oh well, there's nothing else. Damn it.
Did it not suit your taste?
Are you kidding? It's delicious. Where did this wine come from?
One of the casks at the entrance of the tavern.
Good to know. I'll keep the glass. Now I know where to get supplies. All right, Mr. Moore. I'll tell you everything I know about that woman with your friend. She's none other than Beatrice Shaw.
Beatrice Shaw? The medium?
Exactly. Beatrice
Shaw is quite the celebrity. All of London knows her. Except that barman, apparently.
But, oh, he's an idiot. Doesn't know a thing. Beatrice Shaw. That lady gives me the creeps. She talks to the dead, did you know that? She's so popular it said that the late Queen Victoria summoned her to the palace. She wanted to communicate with her father, the Duke of Kent, in the afterlife. These things make my skin crawl.
Beatrice Shaw. What was the professor doing with her? He hates all those charlatans.
Ask her yourself. She's got a show at the Westmore Theatre.
There we go, there's our location. I think I'll be on my way then. Thank you very much for your help, Miss Kate.
Hope to see you here more often, Mr. Moore. With money, of course. You know what I mean.
Certainly. Next time I'll treat you to another drink.
Mr. Moore doesn't quite know what I mean.
Alright, let's go to this theatre then. Statements by supposed scientists supporting Beatrice Shaw's psychic abilities. I do not know any of them. They are probably false names. Beatrice Shaw's Phantasmagoria. Witness the incredible. Listen to the afterlife. A Richard Westmore exclusive. The scientific community would take supernatural matters seriously if it weren't for these frivolous spectacles. Okay, let's talk to the doorman. Excuse me. Sir? I would like to see the... Miss Shaw? Miss Shaw. I'm afraid that's not possible, sir. The performance is about to end, and all tickets for the next show are already sold out. I do not think I have made myself clear. I am not interested in the show. I want to speak with her. Miss Shaw doesn't talk to the press. I'm not a journalist. An admirer? No, not exactly. Doesn't matter who you are. Miss Shaw does not speak with anyone. I urgently need to speak with Miss Shaw. I'll tell you again, sir. Miss Shaw does not speak with anyone, especially not with strangers. She is a private person. Can you tell her that Patrick Moore wishes to speak with her? Who is Patrick Moore? You? Yes. I'm sorry to say that I have no contact with her. I'm only in charge of ensuring that no one tries to enter the theatre once the show has started. Is there any way I can speak to Miss Shaw? I can't do anything for you unless Mr. Westmore, the theatre owner, instructs me to. All right, where can I find him? No, I wasn't serious, sir. I suppose it would be more productive to speak directly with him than to keep going in circles with you. I mean no offence. No offence taken, sir. If you feel like wasting your time, I can tell you where he is right now. Yes, please. Mr. Westmore usually spends his evenings at the BASS headquarters, the British Association of Supernatural Studies. I have here a matchbox from the headquarters. The address is on the cover. Ah, ow. It fell in the puddle. I apologise for my clumsiness, sir. I'll just... Oh no, that's quite alright. I apologise again for my clumsiness. You can keep the matchbox if you'd like. Now that's going to be damp, isn't it? Because he dropped it in the puddle. I know where the association headquarters are, but thanks for the matchbox. I guess. Alright, another location. That'll do for now, I think. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, sir. Right, I imagine this box is so wet that it's falling apart in my pockets. I'll get rid of it. There's only one match inside, and it's wet. I do not think it will light. So there might be a way to dry it. I don't currently know what that might be, but I think we should go to this BASS headquarters. The BASS.
Inform the members of the association that I would have gladly remained for the session, Carson. However, I have pressing matters to attend to.
As you wish, sir. Is there anything else you require, Doctor?
That will be all, Carson. Please proceed to the salon. Don't worry about me.
Have a pleasant afternoon, Dr. Stone.
Until tomorrow, Carson. Professor Moore.
Dr. Stone?
What is the meaning of this provocation? Are you not ashamed to come here?
What? What do you mean?
You know perfectly well what I mean.
Ah, oh dear. The blasted article, isn't it?
You and your colleague, Professor Ward, ridiculed this institution.
No, it wasn't exactly like that. The editor of the Gazette of the Society for Psychic Research in London commissioned us to write an article about the role of the BASS. I regret that we prioritised honesty over moderation.
The language employed in that article was defamatory.
If it is of any consolation, we should not have signed that article. It was not our intention to antagonise you.
Excuses. Allow me to cite verbatim. Any purported witness with a minimally coherent tale could pass through the scant filters of the BASS and augment its casuistic archive.
Indeed, however,
The BASS proudly presents an extreme catalogue of visual material which does not substantiate the existence of an afterlife, but rather illuminates the naivety of its members. You've made a mockery of us in the eyes of the public. We have endured enough of deniers of spiritualism and sceptical journalists. Goodness me, you appear to be aligned with them. However, it is of no consequence. You know what? We were contemplating legal recourse against you both for defamation. But after Professor Ward's scandal, I expect it will not be necessary. The credibility of both Nelson Ward and yourself is now in tatters. I am unsure of your purpose in coming here, but I hope you receive the reception you rightly deserve. That is, to be kicked out of here. Good afternoon.
Oh dear, we didn't make the best impression on him, huh?
Good afternoon, sir. How may I assist you?
My name is Patrick Moore. Is Mr. Westmore present?
Yes, sir.
May I speak with him?
He is occupied at the moment. The members of the association will soon begin a séance. Mr. Westmore will lead it.
Please tell him Professor Moore would like to speak to him.
As I mentioned, he is occupied. The preparations for a séance must be done carefully. Please return later once the session is over.
How long will the séance last?
I could not say. Some have taken 20 minutes and others 5 hours.
5 hours?
Indeed, sir.
May I enter the salon?
Only members of the British Association of Supernatural Studies are allowed in this salon.
I am a member of the BASS.
No, you're not, sir.
How can I become a member of the BASS?
Through the recommendation of another member, sir.
Well, thank you for your help.
You're welcome, sir. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to proofread the latest issue of the Association's newsletter before it goes to press. It would be troublesome if I missed a typo.
Believe me when I say that a typo is the least of the problems in the Association's newsletter.
I beg your pardon?
Nothing.
Okay, well, we'll have a look around here, perhaps.
A copy of the book Treatise on Primordial Fear. Really? It is a myth, an invention. The Association displays it as if it was real.
Right, look at these photos.
These are photographs of all the members who belong to the BASS. They have the Association's motto framed. The veracity of the phenomenon is based on the accounts of the witnesses. For this reason, depictions of both a 9th century peasant and the Three Musketeers are included in its catalogue of casuistry.
I've never heard that word before. Oh, hello. There's a ghosty behind the person.
That is not a ghost, not even a human person. It is a scale lithograph of Gustave Doré's St. John. Disgraceful.
Let's have a look. Oh, okay.
Outrageous. My reputation here is already bad enough to be accused of theft as well.
Okay.
Crude montage. The ghost has been added using the double exposure technique. They even left space between those two people to center it in the frame. The emblem of the BASS. The Latin phrase would translate as "in search of truth."
Huh?
I fiddle around with this stuff.
Dozens of the number 17 issue of the British Association of Supernatural Studies newsletter. Contains articles with erroneous data, false information, and fabricated cases. What a waste of paper. The British Perforated Paper Company would have put it to better use.
Gentlemen.
Everything all right, Carson?
You called?
No one's called for you.
I thought I heard. No, my apologies for the interruption.
So we can get rid of him if we so desire. Now I wonder, can I put my photograph in any of these frames?
Excuse me, what are your intentions?
Me? Nothing.
Please respect this institution.
Yeah, I think let's tap the bell and then I'll stick my photo in one of these frames and see what that does.
Again? Oh.
Alright, let's be quick. Boom. I would have to take down the portrait, remove the photograph, place mine, hide the photograph I've taken, and put it back the portrait on the wall. Don't think I have enough time before Carson returns. I must think of something that won't take so long. Okay. I'll place my photograph on top of Professor Ward's caricature. There we go. Right, I think that should work now, but we're going to need to ding the bell again. What?
Have the gentleman called?
Not now, Carson. The seance is about to begin. Do not interrupt us again.
Oh, my apologies. Admiring the photograph, sir?
No, I was looking for myself in them. There I am, third from the left in the third row.
What? Let me see. Indeed, it's you. Alistair Ainsworth. How peculiar, I could have sworn. I recall your name being Patrick Moore and that you were not a member of this association.
Alistair Patrick Ainsworth Moore. That is my full name, and naturally I am a member. May I enter the salon now, Carson?
Yeah, I suppose, yes.
Ah, thank you very much. You can return to your duties.
Alright, let's go in then.
All humble mortals gathered in the darkness, we light the path through the veil. Follow the path to the light and make contact with us. Ludwig van Beethoven, honor us with your presence.
Beethoven was deaf, Westmore. Do you think he'll hear us from the beyond?
Silence. Stay focused. Oh, Ludwig van Beethoven, we beseech you to tear the veil that separates our realities.
I don't interrupt the session. I'm not going to read all his stuff, but anything I can interact with? There's the exit. Music. Oh, maybe that flute. We gotta get the flute from the boy, maybe?
Why don't you go to the Christmas concert in my place, Professor Moore?
I don't know how to play the flute. So Mozart, Beethoven. The musicians at the concert are the students, not the teachers.
Talk to him again. Okay. Can I help him?
Have you thought about seeing a specialist?
What do you mean?
You have all the symptoms of an anxiety attack. Take this. This person could help you.
A loony doctor?
A psychologist.
A loony doctor?
No, a psychologist.
You've told us about Freud. What if he tells me I'm a victim of frustrated sexuality?
We're in England, son. The birthplace of sexual frustration, but yours is simply stress from overwork. Trust me and seek the help of a specialist. After the session, you will blow that flute so hard that the string musicians will have to make a superhuman effort just to be heard.
I will listen to you, Professor, and I will go now. Would you mind holding onto the flute for me?
Of course.
Here you go.
Aha! Alright. Back to Le Seance, I think.
I hope to hit the right notes of the Fifth Symphony.
Ah! The spirit of Ludwig... I can't remember his voice now.
The spirit of Ludwig van Beethoven has manifested itself. And if his desire is not to be disturbed, so be it. Let us thank him for his kindness and consider this session closed. The lights may now be turned on. Carson? A success, gentlemen, isn't it? A success! Certainly, Westmore.
The very Beethoven himself.
It's a pity he wasn't very receptive. So if it's alright with you, we could take a break and try again later.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, I second that motion.
It'll be a long wait, but it'll be worth it.
So be it.
Okay, they've all kind of wandered off. I've got my mouse. Okay, so let me have a little around here. There might be something that would help me.
They're scented candles.
These types of candles make spiritual energies manifest more intensely.
Who made such a claim?
Don't you know? You should read more.
I see several scientific essays on preternatural topics, although the library is mostly stocked with gothic horror novels.
Outdated attire, the appearance of a university professor. I would say you're Professor Moore. But Professor Moore would be too ashamed to come to this institution after what he wrote about us, so you must not be he.
I am sorry to disappoint you, but I am Professor Moore. I have come to ask Mr. Westmore a favour.
Well, I hope he doesn't grant it. Good afternoon. Try to stay away from the summoning circle. It still holds the spiritual energy we'll need. Oh dear. Here we'll go with mirror.
His gaze is fixed on the mirror.
These drinks are for the exclusive consumption of association members.
I am a member.
The admission of a new member is decided by democratic vote. I do not recall voting for you.
Perhaps your memory fails you.
Perhaps you're not a member.
And you?
A new member? Excellent. What's your name, young man?
Alistair,
Can't recall.
you can just call me Alistair.
You may address me as Mr. Walpole.
I believe you have tried to invoke Beethoven.
That is correct, and I think it was a waste of time.
Yes, I could not agree more.
I don't care for his music. I would have preferred to summon Mozart.
Well, it has been a pleasure.
Likewise, Alistair.
Painting?
The infamous Borton Castle of Groldavia, painted by the Dutch artist Fris Brandsma.
The spirit of the necromancer Waldemar Gorobek is said to be held in a painting within the castle.
Yes, sure. Alright, let's talk to Westmore.
Mr. Westmore?
Well, well, I see Carson has lost his watchdog faculties. What brings you here, Professor Moore?
I need to enter your theatre.
Which one? I own theatres all over London.
The Westmore Theatre.
It's quite simple. Buy a ticket and enter. Is that why you came here?
I need to talk to Beatrice Shaw. It is of vital importance.
Oh, Beatrice. She's quite the sensation all over London. I did not take you for an admirer of Miss Shaw. Or do you also want to discredit her as you attempted to do with us?
It's a personal matter.
In that case, wait for her after the second performance tonight. A carriage always awaits her at the rear exit. If you're lucky, you could catch her in a good mood and she might speak with you.
I don't have that much time. I thought that...
I think I understand what's going on here. You've come to me so you can access Miss Shaw's dressing room to meet her, and I don't know what you want to discuss with her. To tell you the truth, I don't care either. Am I correct?
Yes.
That's why I'm here.
You know something, Professor Moore? We've just had a successful seance, so I'm in a good mood. I can give you what you want.
I would be very grateful.
It won't be that easy, Professor Moore. You'll have to earn it. How about a bet?
A bet?
Never underestimate a good bet. I owe part of my fortune to them.
All right, well, what's the wager?
First of all, let's set the playing field. You know what I'm putting up. I will grant you access to my theatre's dressing rooms for your meeting with Miss Shaw. What is at stake for you?
Well, if it's money,
Oh, forget about money. I am one of the wealthiest men in England. I would ask you to wager a public apology in a national medium. But I know you're a man of convictions and wouldn't do it. Although I won't say no to something of value. Show me what you're wagering and I'll explain the bet. My machine? Do you consider that of value? Keep it to yourself. Wet match? An empty jar? An old oil lamp? Oh, yeah, I can't even... The book is just there to read, it's not there to use with anything. Okay, well that feels like a little bit of a dead end for now.
a bundle lead radiator manufactured by the American Radiator Company. The heat it gives off makes it hard for me to go out into the cold, foggy streets of London.
I wonder if that could try our match.
I'll leave the match on the radiator for a while. Hopefully the moisture in it will evaporate. I think it's ready now.
Ah, good. Cool, well we can go in the basement anyway, so we might find something of value there. That we can give... What's his face? Good. Okay, well, let's move on back to Benwell Street. Back to the scene of the world's longest shoe shine. Just as well it is. Alright, let's try this now. Haha!
Lit.
Dum.
There's a table on the back wall. It's a good place to put the lamp. A bit more light would be welcome.
Aha.
Chilly in here. The temperature much lower than one would expect in a place like this. Without a doubt, it's an unmistakable sign of supernatural activity. According to the professor's notebook, the manifestations used to concentrate down here. I should start investigating. Footsteps. I hear footsteps upstairs. They must belong to the other guards the shoeshine boy mentioned.
Oh, hello.
Oi, there you are. Was thinking we ain't never checking the basement. You fancy taking a peek down there? Go on then, off your trot. But you're going solo. Solo? And then? I reckon you got a point. Let's forget about the bloody basement. It smells like a rat died down there. All that stink of damp, and you heard them noises too, ain't you? Yeah, something proper odd going on in this house, Roy. Sometimes feels like we ain't alone. There's more to it. I've seen things. What have you seen? You see that big mirror upstairs? I saw a bleeding shadow in it. It was right behind me. I turned around quick and there was nothing there. I'm telling you this in confidence, all right? No, not a word to the boss. I don't want him to fire me because he thinks I'm daft. His house don't sit right with me. If it wasn't for needing the cash, I wouldn't be here. Starting to get a bit twitchy, Roy. Need to get some bleeding fresh air. I'll tag along. Could do with a break from this dump, even if it's just for a few minutes. Shadow in the mirror. Interesting. Nevertheless, I shouldn't worry about these fellows. They are too frightened to come down here. I can investigate without problem as long as I don't make too much noise. So, let's get on with it.
I think that's probably a good place to leave it for now. When we come back, we'll get into the Benwell Street mystery properly. Looks like there's lots of stuff to have a look at and fiddle about with, and yeah.
some sort of spooky shadow with glowing red eyes. So that was interesting. But thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of An English Haunting. If you have, if you could hit the thumbs up button, that'd be very much appreciated. As would leaving me a comment. Let me know what you think about the game so far. I'm enjoying it. I am. I like the art style. I think it's pretty cool. Nice, and I always like a bit of good pixel art, and I think this is good pixel art. So yeah. And the puzzles have been pretty good so far. I think there was the one that I wouldn't necessarily, without looking at a hint online, I wouldn't necessarily have gone for that keg, because maybe the spigot could have been made more obvious as something to interact with, or maybe just in and of itself something to interact with. Because I could have sworn I clicked on that cask, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I just assumed it was background. But anyway, the rest of it's been pretty good. But let me know your thoughts, because I'm interested to hear them. And yeah, if you're watching this and haven't yet subscribed to the channel, it would be amazing if you could do so. So thanks very much, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.